inside Tom Cruise's famous dating history, including relationships with Cher and a Little House on the Prairie star. Tom Cruise has been married 3 times. Before he became a household name, Cruise was linked to Little House on the Prairie star Melissa Gilbert and singer Patty Scialfa. He was married to fellow actress Mimi Rogers from 1987 to 1990, finalizing his divorce just months before he wed Nicole Kidman on Christmas Eve of that year. They later split in 2001. Cruise later met Katie Holmes in 2005, getting engaged and welcoming their daughter, Surrey Cruise, all within a year. They divorced in 2012. Since the split, Cruise has kept his dating life out of the public eye. However, in July 2025, Cruise was spotted holding hands with Knives Out actress Ana de Armas, seemingly confirming their relationship after months of speculation. Here's everything to know about Tom Cruise's dating history. Melissa Gilbert. Cruise's first celebrity girlfriend was none other than Gilbert. During a January 2014 episode of What Happens Live, Gilbert claimed that teenage Cruise was a good kisser. Actually, when I dated him, he was Tom Mapother still. It was when he had just moved to Los Angeles, Gilbert recalled, adding that she was 16 maybe or 17 when they were together. He was like a struggling, starving actor, and I was working. I actually bought him his first set of dishes. Cher. Cruise, then 24, and Cher, then 39, first met at Madonna and Sean Penn's Malibu, California wedding in 1985. But it wasn't love at first sight. They reconnected at a White House event later that year, Cher told Daily Mail in September 2018. Their brief romance remained mostly private, though Cher did say it was pretty hot and heavy for a little minute. During a December 2013 episode of Watch What Happens Live, Cher told host Andy Cohen that Cruise was in the top 5 of her all-time best lovers. Patty Scialfa. Following her stint as a backup singer on Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA tour, musician Scialfa crossed paths with Cruise. The two briefly dated in 1985 before Scialfa went on to date other studio musicians in New York. Scialfa married Bruce Springsteen in 1991. They have since welcomed 3 kids. Mimi Rogers. Mimi Rogers and Cruise first met at a dinner party in 1985 when Cruise wasn't a crazy famous actor yet. It was before Top Gun or anything had been released, and he was working on The Color of Money, Rogers told the South Florida Sun-Sentinel in October 1987. But when I saw Top Gun the first time, I knew what we were in for. The couple wed in May 1987. It was very small, very private, and completely normal, Rogers said of their ceremony. However, they announced their divorce in January 1990. They finalized the split a month later in February per Vanity Fair. While Cruise never spoke publicly about the divorce, Rogers has hinted that Cruise's fame was a contributing factor to the end of their marriage. She said, "You ceased to be an individual" to people in January 1995. No matter what the article is, it's Tom Cruise's wife. Nicole Kidman. Cruise and Nicole first met while auditioning for their roles in the 1990 film Days of Thunder. I remember walking in. I remember being so nervous and seeing Tom Cruise drive up in a Porsche, I think it was. He got out of the car and walked through, and I was like, my jaw dropped. Just months after his divorce from Rogers was finalized, Cruise and Nicole got married on Christmas Eve of 1990. He basically swept me off my feet. I fell madly, passionately in love. And as happens when you fall in love, my whole plan in terms of what I wanted for my life, I was like, forget it. This is it. Nicole said in a December 2002 Vanity Fair interview. I was consumed by it, willingly, and I was desperate to have a baby with him. The couple welcomed daughter Isabella in December 1992 and son Connor in January 1995, both via adoption. The Cruise and Nicole starred in 2 more movies together, including 1992's Far and Away and 1999's Eyes Wide Shut. The couple quietly separated in December 2000, and in February 2001, Cruise filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. Nicole didn't publicly speak about their split until several years later. She said, "It took me a very long time to heal. It was a shock to my system." Penelope Cruz. Vanilla Sky co-stars Cruise and Penelope Cruz went public with their relationship in August 2001. My relationship with Penelope, although it makes great headlines, is something that is very special to me, something that I am very happy about, the Mission Impossible star told reporters in January 2002. However, they split 2 years later in January 2004. Leanne DeVette, who Cruise's sister, then publicist, told people at the time that the two were amicable. Another source close to the couple chalked the split up to their busy schedules, noting that they spent more time apart than they did together. The relationship just ran its course, and they decided not to be girlfriend and boyfriend anymore. Through most of the relationship, they were both shooting movies in separate parts of the world.